Come on.
Swear to God.
Oh, who's doing the intro? Oh, I got it. Damn, this shit taking hella long, nigga.
You got a picture of Trey
I'm not gonna
Lance?
let Ian do the thing where like he goes through the.
Nigga, we're live.
Oh shit.
What's going on, y'all, man? We back with another episode, Overreaction Tuesday, week 2. Oh, a lot to talk about this week, bro. This is an action-packed week. Like, really fucked
Very
up, bro.
disappointing week for some.
I mean,
some fans. We'll get into it though.
let's get straight into it, bro. Trey Lance's injury.
Oh,
Who's to blame?
Big news out of San Francisco. Who's to blame? So let's first start with this. Let's get so the play he got injured. A quarterback run right down the middle.
Like, what are you doing?
So let's just get that straight. Trey Lance gets hurt on a quarterback run right down the middle.
Designed run, yes.
Designed run right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to blame? That's a tough question. Like Lou said, like you can't really blame no one. But it's like everyone knows he's young. He's a young quarterback that's learning, and you're gonna run him down the middle. You know what I mean? Like against the big dogs. I feel like if it's anyone to blame, it's gonna have to be the offensive line.
Oh, that was a hot take. I wasn't expecting that.
That was a good one.
What were you expecting me to say?
I mean, Kyle.
Definitely Kyle. Definitely Kyle. I would say Kyle.
I mean,
I would say
that's
Kyle,
what you
yeah.
think at first. That's what you think at first. Cause you know he's your star quarterback. You're gonna run him right down the middle. But like you know he needs protection. But at the same time, Kyle should know. At the same time,
That's facts. Kyle should know. That's facts though. But I'm not gonna lie though. Trey's game, I feel like they kind of he kind of resemble Cam Newton in a way. Because you also remember Kyle Shanahan did coach RG3, so he knows how to do this mobile quarterback shit. Like he does know how to do this. But I feel like Kyle thought Trey was bigger and just stronger than what he was, because the way he was running with this nigga was like, this nigga was Josh Allen big. Like bro, like this nigga, like you gotta remember, like Trey is like, he's not skinny, but this nigga's not like built. You know what I mean? Like this nigga's still like this.
He's like an average size. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's not meant to be, especially running down the middle, like in between blocks. Like this nigga's not that type of player. Like every outside run, like escaping the pocket. Like even Patrick Mahomes is not running down the middle. Like you know what I mean? Like come on, you gotta just know what situations to put your quarterbacks in. Is that like? It's like I feel like that's Kyle's fault. If we happen to blame somebody, like you can't really blame somebody for an injury, but if we have to blame somebody, I would say Kyle, because that was some dumb ass shit. Like how could you call a play like that?
Yeah, bro. I gotta put this, so I'm breaking into percentages. 70% Kyle. Matter of fact, 75% Kyle, 25% Trey. This is why I'll say it's Trey. Like, you gotta sometimes know when to give yourself up and not always take the hits, because if you watch the 49ers games, he's out there trying to truck people all game. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy out here. But on the other hand, that's little. You know what I mean? On the other hand, Kyle should be teaching him them things first off. Like, you had a whole year to teach him what to do, bro. He's a mobile quarterback. You know he's going to be running. You watch his college film. He's trucking dudes. You should be knowing he's not going to be doing that in the NFL. So, first off, that's Kyle's first mistake. Second mistake, bro, he's running him like crazy when he doesn't have to. It's 2nd and 8, bro. It's not 4th down. It's not 3rd down. It's not a big down where you need to be getting, you know what I'm saying, the first down and the game's on the line. It's not the 4th quarter. It's the 1st quarter, bro. And that was his 3rd design run of the game already in the 1st quarter. It's only their 2nd drive, bro. And it's already his third design run. And, bro, we've seen it before. Kyle was coaching RG3. What happened to him? Like, come on, bro. Like,
also, real quick, let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yeah.
He was running him a lot because he may not trust his passing ability. Is that why he may have been running him like that? Like,
I do actually think that has partly to do with it, but at the same time, how is he going to get better at that passing ability?
Right.
He's had, you know what I'm saying? We traded 3 first-round picks for him, bro. If you don't trust him in pass, he has to learn, and you got to give him those reps. But instead, you running him into the ground, bro. Now that's another year of development taken out of Trey Lance because you wanted to do that, bro. If you wanted to win now and do crazy shit like that, bro, you should have traded 3 first-round picks for Matt Stafford, bro, for Deshaun Watson. Drafted Mac Jones. But you decided you wanted to develop a quarterback. Everybody knew Trey was a raw quarterback coming in. And it's like, I don't know, bro. Kyle's, he did it to RG3. I don't know what that play was, bro. Trey run up the middle. Like, goddamn, he's going against the biggest niggas. If you watch, like, the Ravens, how they run Lamar Jackson, he's on the outside. Getting hit by, like, safeties and corners or, like, off angles. He has a chance to run out of bounds if he has to. But, I don't know, bro. Kyle fucked up on this one. Now we're back with Jimmy. It's really sad to see, bro. You know that in Trey Lance's first start ever against the Cardinals, he ran the ball 16 times. That's running back numbers.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're trying to develop him into. That's what he's kind of known for. Dual threat, to be young, uses his legs to, they were just trying to use him to his abilities. Maybe because you guys are down a running back, so that just extra work Trey Lance. He's probably one of the best available carriers to run the ball on that team at the moment. So I think that had something to do with you had Eli Mitchell going down. But also with Trey Lance going down, here comes Jimmy G. And I was saying the whole time, and I still stand by this, that the Niners are gonna be better with Jimmy G moving forward this season. What do y'all think about that? I think Jimmy G.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
You know what I mean? I think he's gonna fit in perfectly for whatever reason. Every time the Niners play with Jimmy G, they win games. They're comfortable with him. He knows what to do. He showed last year that his fourth quarter abilities are really good. Like when they need him in the stretch, he can move the ball all the way down the field, 90 yards.
All right, so
the Niners can be better with Jimmy G.
All right, so I agree with you. As of right now, the Niners would be better with Jimmy G. Like going into week 3. The Niners are better with Jimmy G than they are Trey Lance, right? But the ceiling isn't as high. Like, I don't know if Jimmy G can win a Super Bowl, bro. Like, I really don't think that he's a quarterback that'll take you all the way there. But Trey Lance, on the other hand, I feel like he could have progressed throughout the season. By the time the playoffs are rolling around, he would be ready to go and make those big plays. And you know what I mean? He needs that time. Or else, when else will he be ready?
I can agree with that. Honestly, I know I had the Niners in my top 4 or 5, but based off how they were playing, like they were playing really slow. Granted, it was that weather in Chicago, but like I didn't have high hopes for them after that. I think that Trey Lance that they didn't have as high of a shot as making the playoffs than with Jimmy G. We were for sure making playoffs with Trey, bro, but. First off, week 1 we played in a tsunami. Week 2, if you saw the first drive, it was nice. I mean, he didn't throw the ball much. You guys were all the way down the field when he got hurt.
Yeah, both drives we drove down with Trey. So it was like, I don't know. I mean, granted it was off a Debo run too, but I don't know. I think you just gotta develop the dude, bro. You traded 3 first-round picks. Fuck this year. If you have to take a little bit of a loss for Trey to be better next year and the year after, then do it. You know what I'm saying? You put the whole future into him, but I don't know. Shanahan's mind is like all over the place with this, bro. Like I don't know. I really genuinely don't understand why we drafted him in the first place right now. Like I'm really like contemplating what our plans were.
I mean,
it just doesn't add up. And I was at the game, bro. This is the sickening part right here. The team looks at Jimmy G as the QB1, bro. The fans look at Jimmy G as the QB1. But Trey's still like on the 10-yard line getting carted out. When Jimmy stepped on the grass, bro, that stadium was the loudest I've heard it in a long time, bro.
Really?
It was crazy, bro. If you watch week 1, Trey's like falling on the ground and shit. Dudes aren't even offering to pick him up. Like his O-line isn't offering to pick him up. Jimmy, bro, the whole team surrounded him and helped him pick him up, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, this is crazy. Like, Kyle just messed everything up, bro. Why draft him is what I'm saying. If he doesn't fit the timeline and you wanted to win now that bad to where you're going to run him into the ground, why draft him? Go get a quarterback that you know can win now with 3 first-round picks. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's over. Now, manager, I feel like they're stuck with Jimmy. I don't feel like who's to make a big blockbuster trade with.
Well, this
Like,
this year, yeah. I mean, it's Jimmy. Next year, it's Trey. We have no choice because if Jimmy takes us to the Super Bowl and we do that good, then he's gonna ask for big money that we don't have for him. We gotta re-sign Bosa. We just signed Debo. We don't have money for that. But if he plays like shit, we're definitely not gonna bring him back. You know what I mean? So it's like he's gone no matter what.
he's gone no matter what. I agree. I could agree with that. No matter what, he's gone.
Yeah. So let's move on, bro, to the Cincinnati Bengals starting 0-2. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Time to hit the panic button, or can you see them turning around?
I'll be honest with you. I think Joe Burrow's gonna figure it out. You know, I really do. I like Joe Burrow. I like this team. I like some of their defense. It's a corner. I don't really fuck on that team. But for the most part, I really like this team they got to the Super Bowl for a reason. I like their coach. You know what I mean? I feel like they're overall a good team. I just feel like that Cowboys loss, I just feel like they was down a lot. That was big. Like they came back, but the Cowboys just like they had that. Did they win by field goal? Did they win by field goal?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Game-winning field goal.
I feel like they just like, you know what I mean, had that one little possession. It was just came down to whoever had the ball last probably in that game, but I don't know. I feel like the Bengals are gonna get it back, even though that division is low key looking tougher than I thought this year. I'm not gonna lie. Like that division is like the Steelers are looking better than I thought they would. Browns, even though they choked, I know they're a good team, especially when Shanahan comes back. Ravens, even though they choke, I know they're a good team. Like I know that division is still good division. Like, but
Yeah.
I think they got it.
I think that the Bengals are just off to a rough start, especially their offensive line in particular. I feel like they going into the season they had like a certain hype about their offensive line, and I feel like they haven't performed. They haven't performed like to their standards yet, and they're just Joe Burrow's just getting he doesn't have enough time to fully react and do what he wants to do. He's under pressure too much, and that's leading to forced throws, overthrows, things like that. That's not Joe Burrow like compared to what we've seen in the Super Bowl run last year. With that being said, I think that the Bengals are I think they'll get it together. I think his offensive line is learning. With your mistakes you learn. I think they're gonna become stronger as the season goes. They're gonna have some tough games, division games. With the Ravens and the Browns and the Steelers, especially. They're gonna have to play them again. So I don't think it's time to hit the panic button yet. I just think you just have to trust in that offensive scheme of Joe Burrow and give him time. Make sure he's not pressured. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough looking at it right now how they lost 2 in a row, especially to the Cowboys, who don't even have Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott subpar. But still, I think they'll pull through. And at worst, I feel like the Bengals are still a wild card team. At worst.
Yeah, I mean, I also agree they're gonna turn it around. Like, come on, Joe Burrow's that guy. He's off to a slow start, but it's like you've seen how he bounced back in the Steelers game. Bounce back in the Cowboys game. He didn't come all the way back for a win, but I kind of see their season coming, kind of going like that. It's gonna be a tight AFC wildcard race this year, though. There's a lot of teams. That AFC West is stacked. New England can always be a contender, and even the Browns and the Steelers are on the rise too. So, I mean, will they make the playoffs? If I had to bet, I would say yeah, but I think it is time to kind of start panicking a little bit. Like, you got to start getting it together. Because you go 0-2 against those trash teams, I mean, you're going to have some harder games coming up on the schedule. I know they play the Chiefs this year, the Bills. You got to play the Ravens twice. I mean, you got to turn it around. But at the end of the day, Joe Burrow is a top 5 to 10 quarterback in the league. So that should be enough to get them to where they need to be.
Yeah, I think a good confidence booster is going to be this Sunday coming up. They're playing the Jets, so I feel like he's going to get he's going to get the monkey off his back. He's going to get his they're going to look to get their first win of the season, and I think from there they're going to look to build upon that. And then after the week after that, then they have the Dolphins and then the Ravens. So they're going to go into a tough stretch, and then the Saints after that. So they're going to go into a tough stretch coming up. But I think with them playing the Jets and they're gonna get their feet under themselves. I don't think it's time to necessarily hit the panic button for them yet.
If they lose or have a close game against the Jets, you think that's a red flag?
If they lose, for sure. But if they have a close game, I don't think it's a red flag if they have a close game. Just because I feel like the Jets' defense honestly isn't too bad, especially with some of their young corners. I know
Right.
as a team, the Jets are a bad team, but like when their specialty, either cornerbacks and stuff, they're young like that, so they pair well with Cincinnati's the superstar receivers. So I think it's not a red flag if they get blown out or if it's a close game. Just cause like that's how the Bengals are. They're kind of like a close game team, especially this season right now. Like no matter what, they're always in the game. But if they lose, for sure, red flag. I think if they lose to the Jets, start off 0-3, and then they have to go into that tough stretch, that's definitely a red flag for sure. And their whole season is in jeopardy if they don't beat the Jets already in week 3, because they have a tough stretch coming up.
I mean, bro,
They have straight division games.
the Bengals are only favored by 4 points right now against the Jets, so it seems like Vegas is low on the Bengals right now.
Well, that's just because
Where is
That-
it? New York or Cincinnati?
It's in New York.
yeah. I think that odds the Vegas odds right now is one because it's early in the week, and two is because how they're playing this season. I don't think they're taking into account what happened last season. I think the odd makers are just talking about right now this season. The Bengals ain't looking so good. The
Right.
Jets ain't looking so good. Would you say 4-point spread?
Yeah, 4 points.
Yeah. That's kind of low for a team that plays against the Jets. I just think that just has to do with this season, and that the fact that they're more likely to play in close games.
One
That's
thing I
all.
will say though, if the Bengals go down in that game and have to come back, I'm taking that as a red flag. Like this team, like okay, if the Jets just happen to stay in the game and keep a fight going on, there's nothing you could do. Like Jets, that's the NFL team. But if you go down by more than
Yeah.
double digits, I don't care. You should not. If you are really serious about winning a Super Bowl, you should not go down by double digits to the Jets at all at any certain point to the game. Like I don't care.
That's
So, it's like,
facts.
if they're serious about really turning the season around and go down by 10, I don't care if they come back and win it. That was nice. I'm taking that as a red flag. Okay.
Yeah, I think they got to blow them out to really make a statement this week. The
Well,
Jets have been looking decent, but at the end of the day, they're still the Jets. Joe Flacco starting at quarterback. I mean, goddamn, bro. If you don't blow that nigga out the water, bro, then who are you gonna blow out the water? You know what I mean?
damn.
Are you really? Because I had them up high, top 5 in my power rankings. I think so. I mean,
Too.
for them to fall off that bad and lose to 2 weak ass teams, and then now not be able to blow out the Jets, that'll be a huge red flag to me.
I could agree. It's big eyes on that Cincinnati game against the Jets coming up.
Man. All right, so we should move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that Thursday night game, Chargers and Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that was a big game. Especially in the first half, it did not. I was very surprised that the Chargers had a commanding lead in the first half, and then Patrick Mahomes Chiefs they just surged in the second half. They took over, but I think it was a well played game on both ends. I think that the Chargers showed a lot, especially Justin Herbert. Do you see he was hurt, and then he played through getting hurt. He made his passes. He was down his number one receiver. It didn't seem like it really. All of it seemed like it really didn't affect him.
Yeah,
Nah,
bro.
what I want to say, bro. Hold up, real quick, Michael, bro. I don't fuck with the Chargers coach, bro. Like, I really
Man.
feel like, bro, if that nigga is like, come on, bro, he's young, bro. Like, obviously he gonna try to thug it out because he just he loves the game, but bro, this nigga, take him out, bro. Like, even though he still played through it, he threw darts while he was hurt. Like, bro, I don't care, bro. You should not leave that nigga in, bro. Like, come on.
That is
Especially if
facts.
His ribs is really fucked up. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. To me, that game showed how I was correct about Patrick Mahomes being a little bit overrated after week 1, because the Chargers did throw. I mean, fourth quarter time, and Patrick Mahomes looked like he was kind of stuck playing against a good defense like that. But I mean, what's even worse is just the Chargers mentality. I think Justin Herbert needs to get out of there, bro. Ever since I've been watching football, the Chargers have always had a talented team, but can never finish games out. And it's like, that's a great example right there, bro. It's the best team I think they've ever had since I've been watching.
Yeah.
And them niggas, goddamn,
That's
bro,
true.
throwing pick sixes and dropping picks, bro. It's like
Philip
all
Rivers used to have weapons. That's facts, though. That's true.
man, like all the easy shit, bro. They fucking up, bro. The Chargers, they just dropped in my power rankings a lot off of that. Like
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wasn't high on the Chiefs before, and I'm sticking by that. But the Chargers, I had them up here, they dropped down, bro. I don't think like Lou said, their coach is just airheaded, bro. Their coach is airheaded, and they're just a bad luck team, bro. Bad bear franchise.
Damn.
I feel like a main reason for that is I feel like they're having trouble running the ball. I feel like they're starting to rely too much on Herbert. Like they're like if you see Eckler, he's not putting up numbers like he did last year, and then they have a new backup running back that's young. I feel like they're having trouble running the ball, and it's affecting Herbert. He's throwing he's passing the ball. He's got at least like 40 attempts a game. So I think that has something to do with it. And then his durability goes down, and then he gets hurt. And that was it. Once Herbert goes down, it was like the beginning of the end. 'Cause it was a close game. But yeah, that was
Right,
it. And
it's
then
like-
he's at risk now of missing next week's game.
Man, that's fucked up. But it's like I feel like they have like no identity. Like it's like they could beat all the weak teams just off their talent, or like all like the teams that dinner at their level. But for every team that's really raw, they're not gonna beat because they don't really have like a thing that they could fall back on. Like, you know what I mean? Like they can't fight. Justin Herbert is raw, but it's like he's so young, dude. Like, you can't put all that pressure on him right now. Like maybe in 2 years, 3 years, where he's seen shit, like he understands defense. Like, but right now it's crazy to ask for that.
Yeah.
Ask him.
Like he's like he's like a like that's like their whole scheme is Justin Herbert, but Justin
Yeah,
Herbert.
it's like, bro.
He's
Yeah,
more of a traditional quarterback, so it's kind of like they're easy to game plan against. Traditional quarterback, traditional team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
they have
Talent sometimes.
they have no creativity, bro. Like their playbook,
Yeah.
like a lot of Justin Herbert's like passing yards and all that, bro. It's like it's one-on-one balls, like a lot of the
Yeah,
time, bro.
that's tough back.
He's like Keenan Allen, who was tearing it up last week in his
Yeah,
one-on-one.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Mike Williams, tall ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's just not a way to win consistently in the NFL. So yeah, I
He's
think
so
fire.
talented and good that like he could get away with it against like average so-so team. It's like damn. It's like when you get in the playoffs and got to face hard ass teams. It's like it's not gonna get you far.
That's the problem with it. When you go have to play a real game, that's where everything falls. Like you saw last season, even though it was a great game, you know how they lost to get to the Raiders to get into the playoffs. Like that good of a team, they couldn't even.
Yeah, just ignorant shit. Just ignorant.
Yeah,
shit.
dumb shit, bro. If the Chargers owner is watching right now, bro, you share $1 billion stadium, so you're not even paying full money for that. You have all the money in the world. Go out this offseason and spend a bag on Sean Payton, bro. That's the best thing you can do for your organization. I mean, that'll turn them around to being a Super Bowl contender, I think, to a borderline playoff team, which I look at them right now, to Super Bowl favorites.
I honestly believe that was. I genuinely believe a great coach like Sean Payton, a great coach, like a great offensive coach, can honestly turn that team around. Because their defense is, dude. Their defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, the defense is good.
We have a fan request for us to talk about a topic, so we should just get into it. Money D'Lo asks, can we get an analysis of the way Jameis Winston played this past weekend?
Oh, he got crunched up. I was watching him live. He was limping off the field.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about this. Let's first give the backstory of why it was happening.
His rib.
He was hurt before he came
back.
in. He was hurt before he came in. And when the game started, you could tell something was up. You could tell by the first drive something was up with it. You could tell something was up. But as the game kept going on and no team scored, it got to like half is zero. It's like, dude, there is no scoring. And then finally, Buccaneers opened the floodgates. And I mean, it was only a matter of time. The Saints, you can't keep giving Tom Brady. You can't keep giving him, like, if you keep him in the game, he's going to win it. He's going to win it every time. Like, it's unfortunate. Like, this nigga is just that hard, dude. Like, no matter how old he is, bro, this nigga will still win a game.
I mean, from my perspective, the Saints defense played terrific.
Yeah.
They shut him down. They did what they needed to do to win the game. But answering Money Delo's question, can we get an analysis of Jameis Winston? I mean, the best analysis I can say is he played Tampa Bay, and he thought he had a Tampa Bay jersey on again, and he just kept throwing it to the other team, bro, thinking that was Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I mean, 3 interceptions, bro. Come on, bro. Like, I mean, is it expected out of him? Kinda. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say like, oh, he's any weaker than I thought he was because of this week, but like that's the reason that they lost. Jameis Winston, for the Bucs to even score only 20 points off 3 interceptions, Jameis is lucky for that.
Yep.
But you also gotta remember though, bro. Like he drove us down the field and was running the ball and also passing the ball. Like he did a lot of great passing. And Mark Ingram fumbled right when we were about to, like, I'm not gonna blame it on Mark Ingram, but like it seems like he always coughs the ball up with like every single time. I don't know, dude. It's like Mark Ingram has that bad, bro. But Jameis Winston played like, yeah, he had 3 picks, but if you really look at like why the 3 picks, the 3 picks wasn't just like what the fuck, like it was like no, like I don't know, like some of the picks were like, how did you think that? But dude, for the most part, you can understand the interception, like you can understand like his thought process, and I'm sticking with Jameis. I know Jameis gonna be a good quarterback. I know he is.
I mean, Bucs defense is good, solid, but there is better defenses out there, and if the Saints want to succeed, they got to be able to run the ball more and have like these tricky screen passes and stuff like that. Because Jameis threw the ball 40 times, bro. That's not a way to win. I don't think he's the type of quarterback you can send out there and throw it 40 times.
You also gotta remember, we didn't have our number 1 running back in.
I do, yeah. I understand that, but that proves my point of Jameis isn't a winning quarterback like that, to be able to rely on his receivers and throw it 40 times a game.
Rely on him
himself. Like honestly, his best comp right now is Jimmy Garoppolo, if I'm being honest. I mean, the dudes both can't throw it 40 times a game. You got to have like a whole scheme, and which Jameis did have last year with Sean Payton, and he did succeed. But with this new coach, I don't think they're the same, and it's starting to show. Dropping back Jameis 40 times, I don't think Sean would have done that.
Yeah, if you're gonna succeed, you gotta complete more than fucking 50% of your passes, and you gotta have more touchdowns and interceptions. That's just how you are an elite quarterback in the NFL level. And so, Money Dilo, to answer your question, analysis of Jameis Winston, he could barely, just by the skin of his teeth, completed 50% of his passes, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Didn't score in the second or third quarter. Just overall was not a good game. So that was a good
and a garbage time touchdown.
Oh yeah, it was the only touchdown was in the 4th quarter, right?
Yeah, it was like garbage time. Like they were playing prevent D at that point. It was like the last drive. Shoot.
No,
that was a funny topic, but on another topic, what do you guys think of Mike Evans getting suspended?
Oh yep. I think that story has been progressing every season, and we've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It's always every year they fought like what, the past 3 or 4 years in a row.
Yeah, pretty often.
And then the past 2 seasons was the same 2 guys specifically.
It's definitely been beef for a long time coming, but honestly, dude, I'm getting tired of Mike Evans shit. You know what I mean? It's like I never wish suspension on anybody. I wish people would, you know what I mean? People have families to feed. Honestly, dude, Mike Evans, get a fucking life. What are you doing right now, dude? You need to get your shit together. You've been sucker pushing this guy for as long as I can remember. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Man.
What are we doing, dude?
So
Stop doing weird ass shit like that, dude. Like, for real.
From my POV, I don't think Evans deserved to get suspended. I mean, I don't know why he's going out and doing that. Instead, you should be catching passes on Marshawn. He's been locking you up for the last few years. I don't know what's up with that. Mike Evans has a mental block with him. But on the other hand, though, like, no blood, no foul. You know what I mean? It's the NFL. Contact is meant to be made. Suspending this guy a whole game for that, I think that's overdoing it. It's becoming the NFL No Fun League.
But it's after years. Like, it's not just this is the first time. This is after years of this nigga doing this. Like, dude, like, it's after a certain point. When are you gonna start, like, it's like anything happens league? Is it like, you know what I mean? Do the players run it? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, well, damn, at that point, he should have just took his helmet off and started beating his ass. I think that would have got him a 1-game suspension, too. You know what I mean?
That's facts at that point, huh? That's fine.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, we could move on. I really want to talk about, even though it hurts to talk about, but it was still a great game. The Ravens versus Dolphins.
Oh, it hurts. It really hurts.
I had money on that game.
Oh, yeah. It hurt a lot.
It definitely hurts.
Oh, man.
But it's a good comeback story. You know, the Ravens were leading. Oh, my goodness. And then, so the Miami Dolphins in the fourth quarter alone outscored the Ravens 28-3. That's tough. And then Tua Tagovailoa at 36 for 50, 469 yards, 6 touchdowns. See, this is how you win games. Your quarterback has to have more touchdowns and interceptions. 6-2 is you know, 2's a little. Is still
He actually had the same TD interception ratio backwards that Jameis had. Interception and touchdown.
Backwards, yeah, but backwards.
Yeah.
Which and then look, it leads to a win. So this was a great game though. Tua Tagovailoa, he threw the ball all over the field. It was all him and his receivers. Jalen Waddle, Jesus Christ, he had a game.
I mean,
So
yeah. So what I'm trying to figure out is what's going on with the Ravens' run game, because a few years ago, their run game is closing that game out 1,000% of the time.
So basically, what I've noticed is, so as everyone knows and still remembers, our 3 running backs got hurt last year.
Mhm.
One of them took a major step back. Justice Hill, he's ever since his injury, he's taken a step back, and who was supposed to be our future franchise running back, J.K. Dobbins, still hasn't returned to the field yet at all. So that has caused us to go out into the free agent market and sign, you know, free agent running backs, and these free agent running backs are veterans that are getting like second chances. So like our run game's not the strongest right now, so it's like a little more Lamar reliant heavy, and I have a feeling I just feel like Lamar's contract negotiation has just a little bit to do with Lamar not running the ball as much. I'm not saying that's the whole reason, but I'm just saying like Lamar's not going to be running the ball as much because, you know, they want to preserve him, they want to make him happy, they want to sign him, and they don't want him to devalue, because at the end of the day, the Ravens will want to pay Lamar Jackson. It's just a question of, can they get it done? Can the front office get it done? And is he worth $300 million? And the season's going to prove a lot.
I mean, holy shit though. What about the secondary, bro? I know Marcus Peters is out, but goddamn,
Okay. So basically,
how the fuck?
Ravens played great defense for 3 quarters, right? Besides a couple of Jalen Waddle touchdowns, and it was like one of them. One of our receivers, our corners slipped, and so that allowed for like a big chunk play. But really, we played great defense for 3 quarters. Our front for the defense was got Our corners were great. Marcus Peters had a great game. He had an interception.
Oh, I thought he was out.
He got hurt, but it was after he was already having a good game. That was actually like the start of the Dolphins' comeback was when he got hurt, and then he had to leave the game.
I mean,
Marcus Williams had a great game. So.
Yeah, that was what I was about to ask. Is this like the Marcus Williams effect? Like, the Saints were choking in the fourth quarter a few years ago with Marcus Williams, so like now.
That's what I was talking about. Marcus Williams had a great game, so
Thank
he
you.
had an interception. So
I mean, goddamn though, Tyreek Hill was fucking 60 yards open 2 drives in a row.
It's Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah, it's just it's 2 things. It's Tyreek Hill. He could run down the field at any given moment, and also, you know, we played great defense for 3 quarters. Yeah, our DBs are gonna be they're gonna be a little tired in the fourth quarter, and then especially going against Tyreek Hill, who for the previous 3 quarters wasn't getting that many looks. It was more Waddle up until the fourth quarter when Tyreek Hill exploded for like 2 touchdowns.
I mean, who's the D coordinator over there? Because
I forget his name. We just had Greg Roman left us.
well, he's the OC, but I mean, the D coordinator got to be running prevent D up 21 in the fourth quarter, bro. I mean, goddamn. You know what I mean? You up 21, it's gonna take him a while to drive on prevent D. So, but instead he's getting burned for 1 play touchdowns. You know what I mean?
It was just the way they set him up. Like they set our corners up like 5 yards in front of Hill instead of being right up on him. Which I think that was the right call, but it's just like Tyreek Hill's you could just see it on all the replays. He's just burning right past them, straight line. And that's all it was. That was the difference of the game.
I mean, they lost a lot of niggas' money, bro. I mean, fuck.
That's the difference of the game. It's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that's
his ability to just explode in the fourth quarter specifically. That's the difference of the game.
So, do y'all think the Dolphins are serious contenders now?
Yeah. Not Super Bowl contenders. I'd say they're serious playoff contenders, but Super Bowl.
I think they're a very hard out just for how dangerous their team is. They're such a fast team that they could score 21 points in a quarter. Like they're that they could score at any you know what I mean, really finish a drive in under 30 seconds easy. That's a very fast team, explosive. Even though they're super young, all of them. Well, Tyreek Hill not that young, but that nigga ran like he fucking.
Remember what I said, bro? The Tyreek Hill effect. Look who's throwing 6 touchdowns this year, bro. Tua. You know what I mean? Remember what I said, bro? Patrick Mahomes is not gonna be the same. Wait on it, bro. But
he's still undefeated. Patrick Mahomes is still undefeated.
Yeah. As the season progresses, we'll see. It'll unfold. But Tua is starting to look like Alabama Tua right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
that was vintage. Vintage Tua.
Maybe that's what he needed because he was launching the ball down the field to Jalen Waddle. So I think Tua just complements his game because Tua Tagovailoa's got a great deep ball.
Jalen Waddle's the next superstar receiver, I think.
I'll say that. That's a good. All the Alabama boys won this weekend. Mac Jones, Tua, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Devontae.
Oh yeah. Wait, who did Devontae play for?
Eagles.
Oh, he still play for Devontae?
Oh yeah, the receiver.
Yep. And Bama boys going crazy.
Bama boy.
Yeah, the Eagles are looking scary this year. I'm not even gonna lie. They're definitely my pick to come out that division right now.
For sure. By far.
It's always that division's always like, oh, the Cowboys are out 100%.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I put it changed like Cowboys thing.
The Cowboys are out 100%. The Commanders, I mean, they're not making anyone nervous, but Carson Wentz they're just putting up a lot of points. Even though they lost.
They disappointed me this weekend.
I didn't like that loss. They're gonna be like your typical Carson Wentz team, like around 500. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that puts up points though. They put up points.
Turn the ball over a little bit.
Yeah, they just turn the ball over. They can't close out a win. But yeah, definitely, I think the Eagles, they're scary. Definitely a strong pick to come out of that division.
I'm telling y'all, the O-line is nice, and the receivers are nice. Defense is good enough.
Jalen Hurts was spreading the ball around the field perfectly last night. That looked like one of his stronger games in the NFL ever.
Jalen Hurts started to show that he's not just a fantasy quarterback, and you know what I'm saying, he can actually win games.
He looks like a leader too out there. Like he's leading the team.
He's always been a leader since college.
Yeah. It's looking like it's his team though. It's going under his system, his leadership. His vibe of the team and the offense.
Yeah, I don't even know who their coach is, but he's a pretty good coach over there on the Eagles. I don't know. I can't think of his name.
It's looking very different.
All right. Should we go to our last topic?
What's your last topic? Because I have a topic really quick.
All right, go.
Okay. Who is the most disappointing team to start this season? And I'm gonna just go off rip and say the most disappointing team so far, Las Vegas Raiders by far, in my opinion. the most disappointing team. One could argue the Bengals, but we talked about, but we haven't talked about the Raiders yet and how they started off 0-2 and they completely choked yesterday against the Eagles, and
That was
the
crazy.
Arizona Cardinals made a crazy comeback, made Kyler Murray look like an all-star, which he is, but it was just they just crumbled in the fourth quarter. But
I mean, yeah, the Raiders are.
the Raiders.
I mean, you can kind of see it though. You kind of knew it was gonna be like that with the Raiders.
No,
I kind of seen it. I
so much hype.
like
No,
they're a
they
good
had-
team. I think they're still gonna win games, but I didn't see them being that much better than a team like the Cardinals. Like they went in 7-point favorites. Like I didn't see them being that good.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
I
gonna
thought.
lie. I feel like you have to say the Bengals just because they made the Super Bowl and is now 0-2. Like, how can you even though the Raiders did have a lot of hype, it's like that team still was like it's unpredictable. Like you didn't know how it might turn out. The Bengals, you had okay. Like I think of the Bengals this way, and they're not playing like this way. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like the Bengals are definitely as of right now.
That's definitely a good argument.
Yeah. To me, I gotta say they're coming off a win, but the Broncos. I mean, with Russell Wilson there, I thought they were going to be a top contender, and to lose against the Seahawks and then be in a close game like that with the Texans, that's crazy to me, bro. Y'all should be blowing those teams out of the water. Russell Wilson, you traded how many first-round picks, and it's like now it's looking kind of shaky over there. I'm not gonna lie, I had them top 10 in my rankings. They took a little bit of a dip.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it'll be a great matchup for them. Niners Sunday night coming up at home in Denver.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't give my prediction away, but I might have a surprising prediction for that game. Actually,
We could do a prediction video prediction stream on Thursday.
yeah, Thursday. We're for sure coming this Thursday, y'all. I know we said last Thursday, but it's just
Thursday.
last Thursday got a little, you know what I'm saying, a little many.
We could save our predictions for this Thursday coming up.
All right, this is the last question I have for you guys. Do you guys think the Bills can go undefeated this year?
Off rip, no. But you go first while but off rip, no. But
When you say undefeated, you mean all the way through the Super Bowl, or just like to the playoffs?
17-0 regular season.
Regular season undefeated. I mean, they play. They play the Dolphins twice.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Bill Belichick is also hard. 2 outs to beat him twice in a year is very hard.
Patriots.
I don't think they're gonna be undefeated. Definitely not. You know what I mean? To be honest, I'm keeping a buck with you, dude. A lot of people love this team. I don't even like this team like that. Like, I fuck with the Bills. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, they blew up the Titans. I honestly think the Titans are
They're
mid to
dog.
up. You know what I mean? I honestly think the Titans are like close to ass. Me personally, like they're on like the Vikings level type shit. I don't like the Bills did it. They did what they were supposed to do. And I'm not gonna lie, in the NFL that's kind of hard sometimes. It's kind of like, but I don't think the Bills are just some crazy team that everybody needs to fear. Everybody needs to be like definitely you circle them when they're on your radar, but undefeated. Nah, I feel like undefeated. That's so hard to do. I don't think they're gonna do it, bro.
I mean,
Not in this day and age, bro. When technology is this good and all that shit, it's impossible now. It's damn near impossible.
Yeah, I was just about to say I don't think it's possible. I don't think we're gonna see any team.
Yeah, like that's so hard to do, bro. As the years go on.
Yeah, players are getting better, especially and you can see some games one player really makes the difference. Can make a difference in the game and the outcome.
I mean,
I don't think I was honestly debating, is it even possible for a team to go 17-0, and especially now an extra game too. That's one extra game you have to win. So I don't think I'm gonna say no. They don't. They're not going undefeated.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna go undefeated. Like, I wouldn't bet on it. But out of every team we've seen in the last in a long time, bro, this is probably the best team I've ever seen. Like, they look unstoppable, bro. Like, they shut teams down on defense and they score every drive, bro. in the third quarter of the Titans game, that was the first time they punted all season, bro. Like, that's some crazy shit right there. It's like both sides of the ball is flowing. They're going to go into every game as a favorite. At least 4 or 5 points a favorite, I think. Even on the road, I think they'll go in favorites like that. So, I mean, will they go undefeated? Probably not, but I don't see them losing more than 3 games this year. For sure. And if any team was to do it, it would be the Bills this year. They're gross.
That's facts. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say I'm gonna look out for the Bills to play like a good team like I can see right now they're gonna play the Chiefs, and I feel like a game like that is a good game, like the Chiefs to take the Chiefs with the points. Bills don't necessarily have to win the game, but like at some point they've got to have a close game, right? Like they're not just gonna blow every team out, even if they win. There's no way they're just gonna blow every team out and cover the spread every time.
Well, the spreads are probably gonna start being huge, but I think
exactly.
Shoot.
So, like, the more they're better now, the spreads are gonna become more higher and higher favorites, and like you can take advantage of that when they play a better team.
I don't see them losing against a team like the Chiefs. Like they got that a game that they got circled on their schedule. I see if they do lose a game, it's gonna be like a division game that catches them off guard. You know what I mean? Like this week is kind of a trap game with Miami in Miami, but like besides that, I don't see them getting waxed by anybody. And I know I said the Bucs were number 1 on my power rankings, but like right now, it's the Bills and it's everybody else. Like it's a huge margin to me.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
They got the number 1 receiver in the league right now. Number 1 quarterback in the league right now. That's scary. Number 1 defense in the league. That's literally a recipe for a Super Bowl run.
And you know what's crazy when you think about it though? Like this is why I really like. I don't know if they're all around hella good. Cause when do they really run the ball? I feel like Josh Allen is their best rusher.
They don't run the ball. I don't think they.
Like these niggas, like there's no. I'm not lying. These niggas really might win a Super Bowl off only passing, but is that possible? Like, can you really do that? Like,
it's like they bring in the short game sometimes, and then
like I guess they use. I don't know. They the way they pass is different. It's like their offense is different as fuck. I can't.
It's like what everybody thought Pat Mahomes was a few years ago with Tyreek Hill, but he's doing it without him, without a guy like that. I mean, Stephon Diggs is good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not a game breaker like that.
Josh Allen is just so unique. Like he's hella big, he's fast, he could throw. You saw him stiff arm that nigga, like really. Like,
You just like that.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Josh Allen's looking like the best quarterback in the league, MVP right now.
Yep.
Yep.
But I think that wraps it up for us, guys.
Yep. The episode in the books.